Right, YouTube. I haven't been here for a minute, and that's just because I've had a lot of stuff going on, and I have had a group page on Facebook that I've been trying to get going too. So I have a bit more of a following on there. That's the only reason why I've been focusing on one the other. So anyway, today I want to bring up a little bit of something that has been brought to attention, and the Lord kind of showed me exactly what I need to discuss today. So, everybody is familiar with the seven deadly sins. Might be familiar with it, but might not always know how they work. In the following, I will have a little bit of an explanation to that. All right, sorry about that. I'm trying to run this whole thing and work at the same time, so I do have some minor issues here and there. So, here's the deal. Okay? Now, the seven deadly sins, and I will read them off to you so that there's no anything trying to say that I got it wrong or I misworded or anything like that. I like to go directly to a source. So, here we go. Now, number one is pride, because that one is a major, major one. But they also have other names as well, such as vanity. And we got envy, which a lot of times envy is, well, it's envy. Wrath, which in itself is pretty well self explanatory. And we got sloth, which is also just the general, it's laziness. But well, we're just going to go straight forward. I'm not going to go through the other way of it because there's different ways. So let's just go straight forward. So we got pride, we got envy, we got wrath, we got sloth, we got gluttony, and we got lust. Bam. There's the seven deadly sins right there. Some people want to call wrath anger. In another one, they got it called vanity, um, pettiness, insanity, narcissism. But that's not even the whole point here. Now that we've covered the general layout of what those sins are, now it's time to get to the whole point of this. So, first off, before I tell the story, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay out the characters to the story as I saw things. Okay. Now, you've got 4 people, family of 4. Okay. In this family of 4, where there's a mother, a father, a son, a daughter. Now, the mother was the biggest problem in all of this sinful nature. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something because the light is pretty bright here. But anyway, the mother is the biggest culprit in all of this sinning. The reason why the mother is the biggest culprit in all this, because we're talking about a family that is very well to do. You know, they've got millions. They can buy whatever they want, and they think they can buy whoever they want. That is the type of people they are. Now, on top of that, they're also the type of people that feel that they can also not only buy whoever they want and whatever they want, but that they can have the control of everything. Now, and of course, as we know, as they say many times, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And with that being said, thing is with people with this absolute power coming from situations such as theirs, this is what you have going on. So you've got these very sinful people. You've got the mother, which probably suffers from more than one single sin. Because since they're rich, and so well off, well to do, and a success, pride. Pride in her lifestyle, pride in her family, pride in what brought them where they are. And with that pride, and with all of that money, a lot of times also comes greed. They'll do anything to keep that lifestyle. They'll do anything to keep that money. They'll do anything to keep themselves where they are, keep themselves in that standing. And because of somebody of such stature, they may not envy other people because they're beyond these other people. But no, what they do is quite the opposite. They are not the ones that envy anyone. They're the ones that are the creators of the envy. This family likes to rub it in on everyone else how big of a success that they are, to where they are basically making other people envious of them. So if you get the picture on that one, I mean, envy seems like it goes one way, where it's that you're jealous over somebody, but it's not always just that one way. You can be jealous of somebody, or you could be the purpose of the jealousy, the person that's going out of their way to make people jealous. Now, I am basically convinced that at least three of those things are on the the mother, the wife. That's her area. Now, the son, not having to do a thing in his life, from everything that I was seeing, he was with all the way that he did one thing himself. See, when you don't have to do anything because your family's so rich, you don't have to work. You've got people that are hired to do things for you. So, sloth is always almost a guaranteed thing to happen. Now, not only that, but given the fact that with this character as they came into my mind, is that he didn't, not only did he not do anything, but there was other things to him as well. Yes. Site number? 60. Are you supposed to be an extra vehicle on it? Huh? Are you supposed to be an extra vehicle to that site? Is there another one? Because, well, if you're the only vehicle to that site, then it's already been paid for. If one vehicle comes with the site. You sure it's 60? You said someone already paid for that. Well, no. When you get the site, there's automatically one vehicle can use that site. Oh, okay. Oh, so I don't need to pay for the parking. Got it. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. Again, folks, interruptions are bound to happen. Anyway, back to it. Is that when it comes down to it, the laziness, the sloth, and everything, that was only part of his problem. He was also a very overweight individual because of the laziness, and he was definitely qualified a little bit under a glutton. He didn't have to do anything, so he could sit around, he could eat, he could indulge in drink freely. So, logically going down to it, he was a glutton. And because of another thing of the awful sinful nature of this family, and the housekeepers and other staff to satisfy her son's needs. So therefore, he definitely had an issue of lust. So, along with that, there was also another little issue. Because now we move on to the next individual with problems.